Welcome to Wings of Fire Dreams. Today, on the day 6 of TNPSC preparation, we will see the topic about governor. The contents of governor are taken from 12th standard book. The executive of the constituent state. Introduction. Article 153 to 167 in part 6 of the Indian Constitution deals with the state executive. The same pattern of parliamentary form of government is followed in the states. The state executive consists of the governor, the council of ministers, headed by the chief minister. At the head of the executive power of a state is the governor, just as the president stands at the head of the executive power of the union. All states of Indian Union have the same pattern of government. Some states have bicameral legislature and some states have unicameral legislature. Part 6 of the Constitution, which deals with the government in the states, is not applicable to state of Jammu and Kashmir, which enjoys a special status and has a separate constitution of its own. Article 370. The state executive consists of the governor and the council of ministers headed by the chief minister. Provision for governor. Article 153 of the Constitution lays down that there shall be a governor for each state. Normally, there will be a governor for each state, but the Constitution Amendment of 1956 makes it possible to appoint the same person as the governor of two or more states. The governor of a state is appointed by the President of India through Article 155. No person shall be appointed as the governor unless he is a citizen of India, has completed the age of 35 years, does not hold any office of profit, is not a member of parliament or state legislature. Term and term of office and position. The prescribed term of office for the governor is 5 years, but he holds office at the pleasure of the president through Article 156. He may be removed by the president at any time. He may be transferred by the president from one state to another too. The governor draws a salary which is fixed by the parliament. He is also entitled to certain allowances and benefits. As per the Constitution of India, the governor is the constitutional and executive head of the state. The executive power of the state is vested with the governor. All executive actions are carried on the name of the governor. In actual practice, the real executive powers of the states lie with the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister. The governor acts according to the advice of the Council of Ministers, who are collectively responsible to the Legislative Assembly of the state. The governor of a state has more powers and performs a number of functions. The powers and functions of the governor are executive powers. The governor is the executive head of the state government. The executive powers of the governor are to be exercised by him either directly or through officers subordinate to him. All executive actions are taken in his name. That is through Article 154. The governor appoints the leader of the majority party in the Legislative Assembly as the chief minister. He appoints the other ministers of the Council of Ministers according to the advice of the chief minister. The Council of Ministers hold office during the pleasure of the chief minister because the governor acts in accordance with the advice of the chief minister. The governor appoints the Advocate General of the state, the chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission, and determines the questions of appointments, postings, promotions of the judges of subordinate courts. The governor may recommend to the president to proclaim constitutional emergency and impose president's rule under Article 356. During the president's rule, as there is no council of ministers, the governor carries on the administration of the state on behalf of the president. Legislative powers. The governor is a part of the state legislature, Article 168. So he has legislature powers. His legislature powers cover the following. He summons, prorogues, and dissolves the legislative assembly. He addresses the members of state legislature. Without the governor's assent, no bill can become law even after it is passed by both the houses. The bills passed by the legislature are sent to the governor for his assent. He may give his assent or withhold it or may reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. The bills may be returned by the governor for reconsideration. Under Article 213, the governor may promulgate ordinance during the period when legislature is not in session. However, for the continuation of such an ordinance, it has to be approved by the state legislature within 6 weeks from the reassembly of the legislature. In state where bicameral legislature exists, the governor nominates one-sixth of the members of the legislative council from among persons having special knowledge or practical experience in respect of literature, science, art, cooperative movement, or social service. He may also nominate a person from Anglo-Indian community to the legislative assembly. Financial powers. The governor has financial powers. His financial powers covers the following. The finance minister submits the budget or financial statement before the legislature, but no money bill can be introduced in the legislative assembly without the prior permission of governor. No demand for grants can be made without the recommendation of governor. The governor is the custodian of the contingency funds of the state, from where he can payments to the emergency without the prior sanction of the legislature. Judicial powers. The governor has judicial powers. His judicial powers cover the following. He determines the questions of appointments, postings, promotions, etc. of subordinate courts. He may be consulted by the President of India while making appointment of the judges of High Court. The governor has the power to pardon, suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of an offence against any law relating to a matter to which the executive power of the state extends. Discretionary powers. The governor also has discretionary powers. He has the powers to act independently using his wisdom and discretion. His discretionary powers relate to appointing a new chief minister in a situation when where no single party or leader commands majority support, dismissing a ministry where it refuses to resign even after losing majority support in the House or after being defeated on a non confidence motion, dissolution of assembly on the advice of a chief minister who has lost majority support, sending to the president report about the failure of constitutional machinery and to impose president role in the state, giving assent to bills passed by the legislature. President's role. The governor has no emergency powers to meet the situation arising from external aggression or armed rebellion, but he has the power to make a report to the president that government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the constitution, thereby inviting the president to assume to himself in the functions of government of the state or any of them. Each state has an advocate general who is an official corresponding to the Attorney General of India and having similar functions for the state. He is the person who is qualified to be a judge of High Court and he is appointed by the governor. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos. Welcome to Wings of Fire Dreams. Today